Hey, man, say, man, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all, we up in here, man. You know, up in here with my guy, man, young J Mills, man. Your boy Simeon, man. And we got a special guest here, y'all, man. The boy, man, Coach Steph.
One of the. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I've been excited about this, man, honestly, bro, because, like, I talk to little bro all the time. Like, we have real convos about real things. I think that's why we were so excited to get you on here. Like, in light of kind of, 707 season, right?
Because it just popped out last week. Hey, man, hey, you know what I mean? My boy Steph is with, the Cam Newton Foundation. As y'all know, me and Justin been rocking with Hustle. This is my second year rocking with Hustle. You know what I mean? So it was fun, man, like from, the crazy show we had last week to legit going to Myrtle, man, Myrtle Beach and just seeing family and I think it's cool because so many people think, man, it's the bad vibe, but they don't realize, man, I love it, man. Like Atlanta, bro, we just competitive nature folks, man. And like, so when we pop it, you think it's one way, but when I see them, I'm dapping them up. So you scared, you nervous. Yeah, man, we like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, bro, just, man, first I introduce yourself, man. Like, we're going to let you speak for you as a man, man. Tell them folks who you is, where you from, what's happening with you.
My name is, listen. I'm Stephon Brown. People call me Coach Steph. I'm 1/3 of Top Chef Performance. I'm also the wide receiver coach and pass game coordinator at Westlake High School.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Westlake, Cam Newton, Atlanta, 4PF.
Mr. Atlanta, you feel me?
Mr. Atlanta. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. Western Kentucky, you was in my area. So I'm from Kentucky, born and raised. Yeah.
I always talk about you out there.
Toppers.
So talk to me about Western Kentucky. Talk to me about that portion of your life. Yeah. Talk to me about that.
WKU, like when I tell people, when I get to talk about my school, like WKU saved my life. I really mean that for real because I met people, you know what I'm saying, I played for different coaches. I was, you know what I'm saying, in a different realm. Like it taught me more than football. Yeah. I had my first real injury there, you know what I'm saying, like met different people, like went through things I never thought I'd experience, like won some championships, played with great coaches, great players, like, and it was different just being, you know what I'm saying, like being in a different state. Like I'm from Atlanta, like everything fast paced here, you know what I'm saying. It's a little slower in Bowling Green, so you know what I'm saying, like it made me like understand, like okay, I could adapt with these folks, or I could be around them, I could sit and talk to them, or, you know what I'm saying, have a conversation, and like it was good for me, you know what I'm saying.
You know what I will say, because me being from Kentucky and now me being in Atlanta, it showed me how to kind of adjust, right? Yeah, sure. So I could be chill sometimes, I could be passive, I could be patient, but getting in Atlanta, it made me see like everything's moving fast. Everybody doing something. I got to grind. So I knew the complacent lifestyle that, people were used to back home, and I seen this energy and this aura about Atlanta, like, it was like, oh yeah, I'm home. Like, cause it was a grind for me, like, and it was special, and I loved everything about it. I think that's what makes me excited about still being here in the A, and about being in sport and being in ball, cause we get out here and me and you both got a bunch of kids that we know. Nate Wiggins being one, right? Talk to me.
This season too.
Talk to me about that, man, cause I know we always had the convo. I would see sometimes they wouldn't use my boy defensively. And I'm like, man, this is the best corner in the state.
I mean, it's just like it was all a part of game plan stuff. Like Coach May, like he had a lot of good, you know what I'm saying, good things to go. But Nate was really like, I want to touch the ball too, Coach. Like, and I was like, I already know what you could do. So it was just one of them things. Like Coach May was just like, well, we'll have a set, you know what I'm saying, pack of plays for him. That's when I called you, like big bro, like, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna let him loose, like let him play. That was all she wrote. But Nate just he's a special player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of them kids that come around every so many years. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
let me ask you another question with that, man. We talk about Nate, right? Let's take it back before Nate, right? Because we talked about WKU. We talked about, like I said, we were telling, off camera, man. I said, I remember when you were coming back, you were trying to train, like, start training for, possibility of the league, this and that. How'd you go from that transition, man, to linking up with, TJ? And, man, growing the brand and where you guys at now, like, how did you guys bring that clientele? Like, what was it? Was it organic? Was it like, man, we got these kids this way? Like, walk me through that transition. Like, what made you say, you know what, man, I'm done after training? Did you go into coaching? Like, give us that gap, man.
Well, like I tell people all the time, like my athletic director at WKU, Todd Stewart, he told me like my senior year bowl game, we played the Boca Bowl against Memphis, and I was just walking back to my room, and he was just like, man, he was like, you ever like think about coaching? Like, man, I think you'd be a hell of a coach. I was like, no, sir. I was like, ball till I fall, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when I trained, you know what I'm saying, I did what I was supposed to do. Like, TJ was training me, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like I already had a relationship with him, you know what I'm saying? Him and Vaughn. Steve Vaughn McGill and TJ Brown, they're my brothers. That's why I said 1/3 of top shelf performance. But it was just one of them things like, okay, I understand the situation. I understand what's going on. Shit, I got to work. I got to get me some money, you know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do. So I was working at a factory on food and industrial, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do. Like, make sure I'm straight. I can't depend on nobody else, you know what I'm saying?
You were working, you were a GA at first up there.
This before that even happened. Like this before I even went to WKU.
And then went back there.
That's love, bro. That's crazy.
Came back home, you know what I'm saying? I was working for real. Like,
Grind that different. That's why you grind and push the way that you do.
I was working in the factory. It's crazy. I was working in the factory. TJ was working for Amazon, driving the truck, and he was training me after we got out of work every day.
That's how dope that is, bro. That's different. It's a different hunger. It makes sense though, and that's crazy because you my young man, you my little brother, and on God, I ain't know that. Like, bro, that's a different type of hunger though.
In the street, it's a lot of stuff I don't really speak on, but it's just like me and my brother, like we ain't been through it. Like we ain't had to split meals. Like we ain't had to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I look at him a completely different way because it's like when you get home, you know what I'm saying? You have a partner that come home for like jail or something like that. Like somebody put you on, you know what I'm saying? Like my man put me on. Like he told me like, nah, like you might as well just get in the business with me. You know what I'm saying? We might as well make it big.
So we see you got the palms on, right? You know what I mean? Unzip that thing. Show them folk what that mean. Cause we trying to figure out what does that.
Personal, man. I know this shit personal, man. You feel me?
If you gonna sit here,
you got to drip here. You feel what I'm saying, man? You can't come in half stepping because we looking at your partner like what's going on with you. You know what I mean? Hey, man. So tell her what that mean, bro.
Man, it was something started by TJ and Vaughn when they were in junior college. You know what I'm saying? Grinding their way through every day. Like, you know, the junior college like lifestyle. They had bounced around to a couple of schools and they were just like, no matter what, like this shit personal. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna let nothing come in our way or nothing. We're gonna stick together. We're gonna ride it out. You know what I'm saying? It's top shelf performance, but now folks starting to understand like they real story that they got over and it carried over to my life too. So it's like a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get up every day. I gotta do what I gotta do. Wake up at 6:45. Shit, this shit personal. Like I gotta get me some money today. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama doing this, doing that. I gotta make sure she good. You know what I'm saying?
I like that mantra because I think it's personal to everybody. Sure. Everything that we do, you know, the grind that we put into all of this, I think it's personal. And I like that. I ain't know the backstory on it, bro.
I didn't even.
I'm right.
They just brought me along with it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
cool. So let's get to the next piece that let everybody, you know what I mean? And I don't even want to stay on this long. Okay, tell us some of the guys that you got. You know what I mean? Tell us some of the kids, cause I'm gonna say this too, cause I don't like to say who you got, cause guess what that goes back into? Yeah, sound like handling. You ain't handling no kid.
I really don't get in. I don't really get into like the name dropping. Like I let the kids like, you know what I'm saying? I let the kids like.
See, that's a different type of.
That's my big brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my people. I don't really like getting all that because it's like certain people feel a way about, you know what I'm saying, certain things. But it's just like if you doing what you supposed to do, you handling your business, you doing your job. Let the kids say it.
So let me ask you this: why do you think people feel a certain type of way?
I mean, I think it's your approach. Like if you got to be able to relate. You got to be able to relate. I think I like me and my brother get a reach on these kids because we ain't got clients. We got little brothers. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at them like we taking your money. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to teach you something. And if you didn't teach nothing from it, we like it's done been times where we be like, okay, you want to come to us, say, okay, we want to see what you like. Come on, you ain't got to pay. Let me see what you like. See if you like it. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying that it's always got to be a learning experience. When you're
like if you didn't make no money around me, you didn't learn enough from me, or you didn't get better around me, I ain't do my job. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just talking about training. I'm just talking about in general. Like being from here, like your grind and your mindset got to be different. You can't get up every day and just be expecting the next man to give you a handout. You know what I'm saying?
Because we had that conversation originally in the beginning, right? We were saying that there's levels to this relationship that you have with young men, right? It has to be something beneficial for all parties, right? Obviously, you gonna want to have some kind of benefit in life on that kid, right? You want to make sure that you personally, he feels your spirit. Right. Like I want to feel like the things that I'm taking away from this is I'm being able to impact that young man. So my spirit's full off of that now, right? But also, I want to make sure that I'm teaching this young man something too. Because I'm in a position now where everything that I do is scrutinized, right? So you got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you do. You can't just react all the time. And
Perception world we live in.
because we all think about a lot of things, and sometimes you just got to go back to man principles, right? We got to be able to have a man conversation, and I don't think that everybody's doing that. I don't think that
Some people just like, I think with that part that you said, just that piece right there, I think more people just, they get butthurt about somebody telling them the truth. And if it's like, you my partner, you around, even if you ain't my partner, if you in my presence, I want you to tell me I'm doing something wrong. I want you to tell me like, okay, well, maybe you could have did this a different way, because I got to look at it from different angles. I don't want it to be my way. I don't want no yes man around me. I don't want nobody just saying like, okay, well, since you know,
a lot of folk got them around.
me and my brother, we like, that's what we stand on, because he know like, man, no, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we are how we are.
and that always goes back to me like saying it's just and I had a conversation with my partner the other day about this, and I was saying once you achieve a level of success, you don't start to take everything so personal. Right. Even though you say this shit personal, sometimes
that can go without being said. That can go without being said.
Exactly, because I'm gonna listen to what you got to say, and I'm gonna hear you out on this. You know what I'm saying, and things like that. And I think that the more we teach our young men this and we impact them that way, the more it goes the right way, the way we want to go.
So I got another question, all right? For me, and I'm gonna give you my background on what I say about it. But I was gonna ask, like, what's your definition of success? And I'm gonna give you what I feel on it. But like, what makes you feel like you've done your job or you've been successful? Is it the offers? Is it what is it for you guys as far as with the training? Because for me personally, I always say this, man. For me, when I was doing what I was doing, as far as like, from the transition from me playing ball to working with the foundation and doing what I was doing with the coaching it's funny, man. I said, to me, honestly, it don't matter about college. It didn't matter about any of that. To me, I wanted to help be a big brother to those kids, man, that wanted to be better brothers, be better fathers eventually, better lovers, you know what I mean? Just better people, just more genuine in general. So to me, that's what I measure success off of. Like, I wanted them to be successful black males and not be, just a statistic. You know what I mean? That was so for me, that's my level of success. So I asked you first, and then you, like, what's...
I'm gonna keep it super short. I just think that when a young man says to his mother, his father, his brother, his sisters, his siblings that he's gonna be the leader and he's gonna take care of the household and he has a plan in place for us, that I achieve what I set out to do.
Different one, bro. I like that.
He gonna take the rings, because he always gonna ask questions, because
like that.
he already took the first step in taking control.
I like that. What about you?
I mean, like, I kind of looked at that two ways, like, as far as successful in general or successful, like, in your craft. So I just say with me, I ain't successful with nothing. Like, my mom's still working. You know what I'm saying? Like, until they done, like, I ain't did nothing. And even then, like, it's still doing whatever. But when it comes to the kids, I just say from an aspect of, like, what do you want? What you in this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you do this for your mama, or do you do this for yourself? Do you do this for your pops, or do you do this for yourself? What you putting your body through this for? What you out here paying this money for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be a thing where you got to understand, like, you got to know your why. And it's like, when you know it, a lot of kids don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't really ask some of these kids, like, that came to train with us before.
Don't have a why.
Are you coming out here just because your mama making you, or are you coming out here because you want to? Because it's like, I won't take her money if it's that. You know what I'm saying? It don't be about that. It ain't about $1. It's got to make sense, because I want every kid around me to understand, like, I love you like you my own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what it is. Like, I'm going to I ain't going to let it slide, because when you get to college, they ain't going to care.
Not at all.
They're going to send you straight home. So it's like, if I can instill that in you early and get you to understand, like, the ins and outs, if you could take me and TJ cussing you out, you know what I'm saying, rolling you, like, doing whatever, college is easy.
Yeah, I be saying, y'all be doing that to the boy, and I liked it. I'm going to tell you, and I want to bring up another piece, man, was pretty dope. And like I said, again, we want to isolate certain things with each person that we bring on, you know what I mean, and talk about life situations, training, and everything else in general. But, man, like, you had a situation which was pretty big in the city of Atlanta, man. You got, shot. Let's be transparent for it, after training kids. And honestly, bro, like that touched folks on another level. You got shot after training kids, taking them back to the hood. Like I think for me, it was deeper because I'm looking at that situation saying, bro, I ain't just training these kids. Like this is like I'm protecting them, and that's different, my boy. Like walk us through that. And hell, you went to coach 2 days later after you got shot, man. You watch out, bro. Like what was going through your head? Why you ain't just say, hell, I'm done?
I mean, well, when it came to like the training part, like I started with, like folks don't know, like in my neighborhood, I started with 4 kids. Jamarion, Jid, Dooley, and Dooman. Like, they were the 4 kids I started with. Like, I would pull through the neighborhood, pick them up, one chart, you know what I'm saying? Like, my OGs, like, I pick them up, make sure they good because I want to give my, like, you know what I'm saying? That was my way of giving something back to the neighborhood. Like, I ain't have a whole lot of money then, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I'm going to pull through. My grandma been staying in the same place for 30 years. So I'm around the corner. So it's like, that's my way of giving back. So I started picking them up every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, training them, like, making sure they good, you know what I'm saying? Like, feeding them, like, doing whatever. And they parents, you know what I'm saying? They got everything they need, but I was just like, that's my way of, you know what I'm saying, wanting to give back. But to that, it was just like, you know, in Atlanta, like, anything can happen at any time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people can say wrong place, wrong time, or whatever like that, but I saved a life. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, that happened or whatever, you know, the situation happened how it was, but I just told myself, like, if I'm going to get up and I got to get surgery and I got to do this and do that, I'm going to come back hard. Because if I lay down, like you said, I got shot on the Wednesday coaching the game on a Friday on crutches. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was at the game. And it's just like, I'm not finna let these kids see I'm going to give up. I'm not finna let these kids see, like, I want you to feel where I'm coming from like a standpoint of, like, he's showing me, he ain't telling me. You know what I'm saying? It was doctor told me I wouldn't walk again. It was doctor told me, like, your perineal nerve, it ain't all the way right. I was just out there training today, running around. It's about determination. Like, my dude, Reza Hassan, you know what I'm saying, over there at the DAP, like, they got me right. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy and Aaron, all the boy, they got me right. I was in there every day, like, consistently. And it was just like, I told myself, I'm going to take it like training again. Like, I'm going to put myself in that mindset because these kids going to see it. And they're like, man, Coach Steph going hard, man, I ain't going to give up. I'm going to show you. You know what I'm saying? Now, TJ coming in there. You know what I'm saying? Now he coming in. Now he coming in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to show you. I don't want to tell you. And I think that was the biggest thing with me. Like, if I can get up after a gunshot in both legs and I can still get up and handle my business, do what I got to do, what's your excuse?
Big facts. Big facts.
Let me do this. I want to switch gears a little bit. I know we talked about these kids in general, and we talked about, you know, kind of how we want to impact them and things like that. But another thing, this past weekend, you know, it was in Myrtle Beach. It was a piece. It was an interaction between Cam and a fellow camper. Talk to me about this, because I think that my main issue, and I think me and him was talking about this and a couple other guys too, is kind of the state of the union with, like, our youth. Like, because for me, it's just like we grew up on different principles, right? You know, I think it's too many kids raising kids.
I made a tweet about that because it's like, it ain't like this. It ain't like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, we respected our OG. We respected, like, women of authority. You know what I'm saying? But it's a different time now. But just like I said, like, I told everybody that asked me, I was right there with Cam when it happened. You know what I'm saying? I heard everything, like, whatever like that. But it just got to get to a point of understanding, like, if any one of our kids would have did that, I would have jumped down their throat right then. Yeah. And like, it would have been done.
I grew up in the era. It was different. You know, like your parents would tell you when they dropped you off, hey, man, act like you got some sense.
You know because you represent me.
Yeah.
And it's not like, and I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying, I don't know little bro personally. I talk to him, but it's like, I don't know his situation, but at the same time, that don't give you the right. I don't care I don't care if that's Cam, I don't care if that's somebody's grandma. You don't do that. Because
we talk about this now, right? Yeah. We talk about conversations that we have amongst us, you know what I'm saying, about young men and them stepping out of place and being in place, because at the end of the day, it's a grown man. If that grown man decides
like, I be telling folks all the time, like, even kids I train, like, it's some kids that I train, they mama and them will call me like, Coach Steph, he is acting out. Yeah. Boy, I'm going to handle you. Yeah. Straight up. And if you really feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to take it, I'm going to take it there with you. Yeah. Because one thing you ain't going to do is disrespect nobody. Yeah. Because, one, you ain't got to be out here. Two, I ain't going to deal with that. And three, I'm just not going for that, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, I'm going to tell you why I think it's deeper, truthfully, bro. Because transparent, let's call it for what it is. We all black males, and about 97% of the kids we training are gonna be still African American male. Look at most in the NFL, like I don't care what nobody say, still look at it. Yeah, fact. But see, hear what I'm saying. Even the ones in the league, they all black, right? So my point is I'd rather get on your ass now before somebody put that pistol on you later.
And that be my whole point, because see, it's like my little partners for real, like they own it. But it's like I be trying to tell them a different way to go. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. Like, it's certain little stuff I had to do. I don't speak on that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could do this, why you can't? You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? You move around, you get stepped on. Like, that's just gonna always be that. we just be that always what it is. But I'ma always try to get an understanding of like, why you doing that, bro? What did I do to you for you to fit? That's how I am now.
Y'all think that there's signs that kids give off? Like, if we're being like completely transparent, do you think that they're like certain like cries for help or
Hell yeah. Like, man, these kids, listen, bro, listen.
What would you say?
Because it's like,
so for me, bro, I look at little shit, right? Bro, I can tell from a kid's demeanor, from depression, from, bro, like too rowdy, like from a standpoint like anger, bro. I was always raised like.
I look at it a different way.
You a psych major?
Huh?
You said psych? Like you little psychology, man.
Stop playing with me. Yeah, you ain't know, hey, man. The kid from y'all see him, man. Computer science, stop playing with me. I know you go at yours in general studies. It's all good.
Hey, man.
Ain't no pressure. You still fans, though.
Marketing, sports. Yeah.
My bad. I do respect. So, I mean, but I was like, because I want to hear yours. But for me, bro, I mean, man, like, bro, emotions and actions is everything, bro. Like, you can tell how a kid is warm, hot, cold, but sometimes you can't. But I think in a lot of situations with athletes, that's the beauty behind it. With football, bro, that's the funny part about it. And that's why I said, to me, when you overly aggressive after you on the field, now that's a different problem, because your parents used to always say, this was the notion back in the day with football. You leave it on the field, and like football, the only sport my dad used to say is you can whoop a man ass and not legally and not get arrested for it. So my nigga, if you mad still after this game, we got a different problem, home. Like something going on at home. Cause you done played a whole 4 quarters in the game,
and you ain't getting to. Come on, man.
Good at home, you hungry? You got a little animosity. You feel me?
That part, see, I wasn't even looking at it like that. I'm looking at it from a standpoint like we were talking about. Like, I peep it because you doing stuff outside of yourself. I can look through you and see that. You crying out, you trying to be something you're not.
Hey,
but
man,
get what?
Half on what? You in a 2-parent household. And it's okay being in a 2-parent household.
My parents been married their whole life. I did, like, my mama didn't raise me right. I did wrong on my own.
I love that. Thank you.
I was doing on my own. My mama and them been straight. My mama and them moved out the hood. They made a better way. You know what I'm saying? My pop drive truck. My mama worked for the FAA. You know what I'm saying? They do what they got to do, but they were working.
Bro, that's real. Bro, that's real.
When it came down to my little sister, you know what I'm saying, needing whatever they need to do, whatever I got to go do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? It was stuff that I did, I wouldn't talk to them about, or, you know what I'm saying, do whatever, or situation, you know what I'm saying, where I had to understand and learn, but I did that on my own. So I can sit here and tell you, little bro, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't it, because you do that, you out here working hard, you gonna throw that away. And then you're gonna be one of these shoulda, coulda, wouldas out here on the block. The ones that I'm giving the money to, talking to every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, if you, like, people be talking about the little water boy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Respect the hustle, man. I'm from the city, home.
But get what?
Man,
but I ain't even get you hustling. You getting your money. I'd rather you be out here selling some water than selling some dope any day of the week.
But don't go and whoop nobody's ass because they don't got nobody to whoop.
Sometimes they look too. Come on.
But this is the part I tell them. Little bro, listen. You got a product. Sell the product before you go to people. Don't run up to nobody's car and stuff. Folks out here paranoid will bust you for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I tell them, I'm right here in Vine City. Like, I'm at the gas station across the street from the Dome. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up. Like, the brother run up to the car, I'm sitting there. They're like, oh, nah, he on point. I get out the car, I just chop it up with it. I go in the store, buy them a whole nother cake. Y'all do what y'all do. But go about it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody not from here. And everybody not going to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the car with one of my little partners, right? He was recording the kids. I was like, look, bro, you can't really, you feel me? He's like, what you mean? Shawty walk up to the car, he talking about, damn, big bro, you gonna meet me or us? You feel me? Like that. But it's, in reality, he just like, he not from Atlanta, so he like, damn, like, they really go on. But he talked to him, and he got to understand it, shot him a little something, like, or whatever like that. But I look at kids like, when now them boys on the block, you know what I'm saying? Them boys on the block for real, like, they're really doing that. Why you living in a certain area and you trying to act like them? Come on, let's just call it ace a spade a spade. Come on, bro, I know y'all mom, bro. I know y'all folk. But you kicking the other one, that one I got to pull your card. That ain't it.
That's when you get these.
That's when you get
kids.
the foes, huh?
Hey, while y'all folk listening, I'm going to put y'all down. I'm going to put you down for real how you supposed to understand. I'm going to get you down for real, for real. I'm really from Atlanta, right? I'm really from the city. Understand it, bro. Lil Baby got y'all folk head hyped up. I rock with Baby now. I rock with Lil Baby. But understand that what they mean, bro. That's from Zone 4. It don't mean 4, none of that. Zone 4. Don't throw it up if you're not from there. Be yourself, man. I ready to throw this thing up, throw the muscle up. You feel what I'm saying? Tell them folk, point at your back, some. But guess what? If you ain't never walked out the house, man, with these on your feet, man, no black Alpha 1s, you ain't have to get 2 pair of school shoes, bro. Like, y'all ain't, that ain't in you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And it's okay. Just be yourself, though, man. That's how I say. But, hey, on another piece, let's talk about something else. What we were talking about earlier. The transfer portal, man. Steph, you see it. Both of y'all boys trainers, man. Like, I was looking at a statistic, and it was crazy. It was talking about recently how big it is as far as like with these kids, man. Like the transfer portal. First of all, we didn't have it. Let me just openly say, Tom, we didn't have a transfer portal. Like, I just remember we were like, man, I want to transfer. Hey, I want to transfer. You got to sit a year, or you had to get a waiver, a hardship waiver. You had to make 1,000 different reasons for the hardship waiver.
Everything to get
now,
to that.
Bro, they have a transfer portal. They said, I think this, and it might be, I might be wrong or whatever, but I think the statistics said something. Yeah, I think the statistics said something crazy. With just like how, man, the transfer portal, bro. They said like, I think the average now is, I think average across the board is kids are staying less than 1 year at a college, bro, and leaving. They said, and the crazy part about it,
semester though.
And they said they were talking about. They said that with the transfer portal, they said 90% of these kids going in with scholarships, and less than 20% are coming out with a scholarship. Come on, bro.
I think that too many are leaving. I think too many wrong decisions are being made early on. Yeah. And then we talked about this as guiding these young men to the proper places, right? If you know that you're not the number one guy on your team, or you're just, a possession guy in reference to anything, then you got to go to a school that fits you, right?
So you need to do that from the beginning then.
Yeah, like, but that's the point I'm saying.
Like, let's make it heated, though. You need to do that from the beginning. So these kids want to go to Georgia, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But, bro, if you ain't no Georgia, California, like, I'm going to tell you this. Stop posting you got 60 offers, because I'm going to put you down on what they told you.
But are they what, though? Committable.
Yeah. And most of them not. I hate when I read this. I want to thank your trainer, you thank 10 different people, and then like.
In there you tagging you don't know.
Hello.
What y'all got to understand. But what y'all got to understand too is that the schools don't stop anything anymore. So what parents don't understand is, I can sit here tomorrow and say, yo, I got a offer to Clemson University, and the Clemson coaches ain't gonna say nothing. All they can do is like or retweet. So all my homeboys is retweeting it. What's up, man? Clemson, I'm on, man. Back. Oh, nah, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And don't nobody know how real it is, because then we look at signing day and we get there, where the O's at?
This and them. Yeah.
You signed to Mississippi Tech. You dig what I'm saying? So that's the real major issue. Is like, there's no control on this. Just the same way there's no control on the transfer portal. It's like a wild, wild west, man.
That's a family decision. But I say there's 3 things with that transfer portal stuff. One, y'all folk don't want to compete. Let's just go on and just put that out there. You don't want to compete. 2, you didn't have nobody like like us gonna sit you down and tell you, let me talk to your mama. First of all, do have y'all trying to know like where these folk kids stay? Like, you know what I'm saying? You do anything for them, you take care of them, you make sure they good, you make sure they ate. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And then it just come down to like, what do you want to be? What is your end goal? Like, we got these boys graduating, you know what I'm saying? Our boys in school already. You got to walk out of there with a degree too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, nobody from where I'm from got no degree. I got 2 degrees. Nobody ever thought that. But I used the game to get me where I needed to be, because I can go out here and work in corporate America. But for what though? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I love and I'm making money. But at the same time, You getting in the transfer portal for what? I had kids that we trained this year that got in the portal. They found a spot, but some didn't. You'll get lost in the shuffle when there's stuff that's going on. A lot of these kids, like, and I call them Corona babies, you know what I'm saying? Like the high school kids this year, for real though. I call them this year because a lot of these boys had Power 5 off and they ended up somewhere else because they either got lost in the shuffle or folks took transfers or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like that. But at the same time, like, I want you to be where you comfortable. I want you to be where you gonna play. It ain't about no coaches. You know what I'm saying? Do you love the school? Do you love the atmosphere? Do you love the academics? Do they got your major? Like, can your mom and them come see you?
So that's it, right? At the end of the day, that's TSP. This shit personal, right? I love it. Everything you talked about, everything you told us tonight.
Let them folk, man, know who you is, how they can see you, man. And talk to us.
It's Coach Steph, man. Both my Instagram handles, Twitter and IG is Coach Brown _MDN, Top Shelf _Steph. I just, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate all the people in my life, like people in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, all the creators, you know what I'm saying, like you, Sam, Smooth, like Joe, like all the guys that make, cause without y'all, we can't make this thing come alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying, like, I appreciate my brother Vaughn and TJ, like, all my people, like, you know what I'm saying, folks in my neighborhood, like, you know what I'm saying, my brothers that's with me, like, everybody that been with me from the beginning, my mom and my pops, like, I just appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate y'all for having me too and being real, you know what I'm saying, like, folks don't really know, like, how young I am, like, y'all like OGs to me, you know what I'm saying, so I take everything y'all say into account.
And one thing, you gotta teach me that slide. You know how they, hey, big boy, you think I can't? Hey, man, hey, I need to hit that slide. Hey, big boy, I'll come out and give you like 2 or 3 good reps. I ain't listening, I'm not great. Big boy, hey, young, no. Hey, look, I still move my feet. Nah, I ain't put on no pad.
We ain't gonna pop no shit. You gonna put on shoulder pad? Hey, man, hey, yeah, man, you feel what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know what I mean? Hey, you know, it's your boy Sim, man, you know what I mean? I appreciate you coming on here, you know what I mean, man, cause what you was able to do, bro, you was able to kick the pimping, get them folks, you know what I mean, what's really real out here, man. Get them folks some better insight on yourself, man. We appreciate you, man. Like I said, you know, boom. So we gonna end it on that one, man. Boom. Appreciate you, bro. All love. And hey, man, that's the end for them Lab Bros, Lab Talk, episode 3, number 4 on the way. You know it's happening. Let the chat say amen. Chat.